So after discovering that Forza Horizon 2 is located on like the regions of southern France and also northern Italy, there was a few different areas I really wanted to check out in this game. The first one you guys will see in the background is Nice. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I thought by like the little footage I have seen and some of the things I've seen on Forza Horizon 2 before playing it, I thought Nice was a tiny little town. I did not realize it was this big. It's literally a city, obviously, like the real place in real life. And I gotta admit, this area took my attention for, I think it was like over an hour. I was kind of cruising around the different roads in this entire city area, and I was like, this is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I know people posted photos and different things about this and some little video clips here and there, but I've never played this game, ever in the past. So with me being a new player, I kind of wanted to go in and just explore Nice myself and just check it out. And I did not expect me to stay in this area for well over an hour, dude. Like, I was kind of just driving around, messing with the drivatars, checking out the buildings and the architecture. And funny part is, I was kind of waiting in some places for the time to change in-game as well. You guys will see in the background right now, I was driving the Ford Raptor. I wanted to come back here at nighttime and also to see if I can get it to rain as well. The atmosphere in this area during the rain, when it was nighttime and stuff like that, with like the cloudiness and the lights of all the buildings and everything, I was just cruising around the area, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stay over here for a little while. I'm just going to go check out every single road, all the areas I haven't been to, see how the buildings look, see how the cars are looking, just kind of everything. And it's kind of insane because you would probably expect, a lot of players are looking at some of this like, oh, cool, but it's the atmosphere that it really sets, and especially being a new player, playing this area makes me understand why so many people like the Surfer's Paradise in Forza Horizon 3. Or even in some ways like Edinburgh, that was also in Forza Horizon 4, even though that area is much smaller than something like Nice or even like Surfer's Paradise. Seeing this area though and how much time I was spending over here, I was willing to bet a lot of players are probably similar to me. Like, I bet a lot of people would drive around this area a lot, probably more often than the others and stuff like that. And do not worry, because there is definitely other places I liked in this map, but I was really into Nice, dude. I found this area to be so dang nice. There's another part of France in this entire map I liked a lot, which I'll talk about that in a second. But driving around Nice, though, it really made me go, you know what? I can't imagine how Tokyo City in Forza Horizon 6 will be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait to see how that's going to be, because that area is 5 times the size of the area that was in Forza Horizon 5. It was like Guanajuato, I think is how you say it. That one area. So 5 times the size of that, bro. And looking at the size of this area, I feel like most players will probably end up spending most of their time in, the city, probably over everywhere else. But the other area I was also looking at a lot, guys, which really took my attention for a lot, was the area called Sisteron. I think I said that right. I hope I didn't botch it. I think I probably said it correctly. That was the other area I was kind of like, okay, I need to go check this part out. I know that's also a place in France. I do want to go see how this area looks as well. Now, it's a little bit smaller than Nice, you know what I'm saying? But the way the roads are designed and the architecture over here, I don't know why, but I found myself kind of just cruising around this area a good amount. Now, again, it's not a very huge area like you'd see in like Nice or something like that, or other towns and stuff. But I gotta admit, I feel like a lot of people can still probably enjoy going up like the alleyways and just checking out the buildings and parking up in some places and grabbing photos and just finding different things and exploring and going, oh wait, I can go down this road or I can go down that one and I can go find this building over here that I didn't even notice before because I couldn't go down this road because I was so focused on the other areas. I think that is like, even though the area is smaller, that's something I definitely noticed as a smaller player. And when it's raining over here, dude, it's just a whole vibe. I love when like the sun is shining and it's just like raining in some of these places. You can see like the coloring and like the overall atmosphere of the map, and the way they did it is just incredible, especially for 2014. Like when I'm driving over here, guys, check out this one road. I'm in the Ford Focus RS right now. I also do know this area is, obviously real. So is the Rock Mountain face thing in the background there as well, which you guys will see. All of that is real based off the, real life area, seeing the mountains in the background. I also did end up stumbling upon this lake here as well when I was driving, and I kind of just stopped and went, whoa. Going up the back road to like the back of the castle type of thing on the mountain, I kind of stopped there and went, wow, just look at that view. It just, and people are like, dude, this area is not that big. Well, that's the funny part. Even though the area isn't that big, it still gives you that, I'm going to stay over here for a while and just vibe it out and explore and, bring different cars over, see how they might feel in the area and stuff like that. Go up your favorite roads. And that's something I really noticed about the France areas in this game. And don't get me wrong, there's obviously some really good mountain roads in this as well. And there's some really good driving roads in general, which I'll touch on that in a future video because I found some where I could easily spend hours and hours with different cars just testing them out, also taking in the atmosphere and the environment with the different, like, you know, nighttime, dusk, also daytime, rain, and all that stuff. It really is insane, but with that, I'm like, okay, well, I found those really dope driving roads, but also I can then go back to something like Nice and drive around the entire city area and just vibe the entire time. You really do have a mix of everything in there, and if you want like a smaller, you know, town with like the beautiful mountains in the background and like the entirely different vibe, which is something I noticed, head over to Sisteron and then drive around that area and just kind of mess around. Now, again, I do know this area is smaller, but head over to this one, hit up some of these smaller towns and all that, and kind of just really explore the areas, but also mixing up the entire drive so you're not doing like the same road, or, you know, you head over, do your favorite road, and then head over to like one of the cities or something, like, you know, head over to Nice, drive around over there in the rain, or like take in the atmosphere there and then head over to like a different road. That's something I found myself doing, and I'm really happy that they did end up using these areas of France in this map too. I think that's really dope, and also a really nice change, I would say, compared to like other games using some of the same locations, or, you know, kind of going, okay, well, we could do somewhere else, but instead we'll do here. So for me, being a new player in Forza Horizon 2, man, I absolutely loved it. I loved how this map feels so far being a new player. I can definitely see why a lot of people like Forza Horizon 2. Like, you know, how there's a lot of like mountainy roads. There's also like the city and stuff like that. There's also like rural areas and stuff, or like side roads and all that. Like, there really is a nice mix. I wouldn't say we'll have like the design of Forza Horizon 3's map, because I'm not gonna lie, guys, that map is probably my favorite overall so far, with how like the overall design of it is. But I think, so like, playing the game at this point, Forza Horizon 2 for me is probably right behind that one. I love driving around Nice and just taking up different roads and just exploring the area, and then waiting for it to rain so I can come back here and explore different places, then waiting for nighttime to see how it looks there. It's so dang dope seeing like the dark clouds and then the lights and all that, and just seeing how the entire area changes. I love it, and it makes me so dang excited for Forza Horizon 6. I can only imagine how that map will look at nighttime, or when it's raining, or daytime. It's probably going to be wild, dude. And playing Forza Horizon 2 in 2014 probably felt insane. But the hilarious part is, though, playing it in 2026, you know, over or around coming up to 12 years later, this game still looks amazing. And cruising through, even if you wanted to go like Sisteron, or, you know, some of the other towns, or even Nice like I have been, you will probably love these areas even today. You know, 12 years almost later, they still look amazing. The vibe is still full. You throw on some music and you'll be finding yourself vibing in these areas for hours on end. It's pretty insane. But do stay tuned for the other video where I talk about some of my favorite roads, as I feel like this game has a lot of those on top of these dope areas, which again mixes up the entire map perfectly.